everyone, welcome to our live connection pre-3 discussions where we're going to talk about Ubisoft this
We are live and connected.
There you go, Evan.
We're live and connected here talking about the Ubisoft E3 conference coming up in the next couple weeks. We're here to give you the pre-show conversation about our little thoughts and our queries about what's to come for the E3 conference from Ubisoft. So, first, we are going to talk about the triple A title that is the Assassin's Creed series.
Cut.
This is a solo video.
Alright, so we got Graydon, Peter, Jared, and Evan here. We're going to be discussing some various topics today. So the first one, like Evan has said already, we're doing the new Assassin's Creed possibility. So, as everyone knew, or everyone kind of understands, is that Origins was almost a reboot for the Assassin's Creed series. They had gone away, they had some kind of negative feedback on a lot of their... I'd say they're about 50-50 on their games that are good and games that are...
I think it just wasn't quite doing what they wanted in terms of sales and fans' reception to it.
Yeah, and I know that Origins had a really good reception. Mm-hmm. It did really good. The combat was much better. It was a lot more difficult, to deal with. I mean, I played it, Graydon played it. It took a lot more, tactic rather than just running in and being like, I can fuck up everyone here and it's no problem.
Spamming one button, flying everywhere.
Exactly. So it's like you had to do a little more parrying. You had to actually time your attack. If your back was turned to someone, you can't parry them like you could in some games. So you sit in a circle of enemies and it'd be like, they'd attack, press X. They'd attack, press X. Yeah, I mean, the map was awesome. It was a really big map. It took a long time. I ended up completing the map.
Nice.
And that took a lot of, just not paying attention to what was going on in the game and just riding my horse around trying to get shit done. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. The biggest thing that I think that I'm curious about, are they going to stick with bi-yearly releases, or are they going to go back to yearly releases? Because Origins was the first one to come out 2 years apart from the one prior to it.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious. They had some small things in the Chronicles come out, but I mean, the Chronicles wasn't a very big series in my opinion, and I don't think it's really worth.
They weren't very good.
Yeah. The ones that I played were meh at best, but for their AAA main games, 2 years apart. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to go back to yearly, or do you think that they want to keep that kind of space?
My philosophy on it,
I think that it's hard to say.
Put out a good game.
Yeah.
It worked out with Origins. So, like you said, it was a 2-year gap. And their back-to-back with Unity was terrible. So I hope they just stick with what works.
I want them to stick with what works, but I did like the co-op behind Unity. That was actually a lot of fun playing with friends and doing Assassin's missions with them. I think they need to go about it a better way. But I would like that honestly, that as a multiplayer, I would prefer to just be there. Just
over the actual multiplayer that they put in.
Yeah, exactly. The first one. I don't really care for the multiplayer they currently have. I didn't play a lot of it, so it's not fair for me to say that it's a bad multiplayer. But I just personally, I really enjoyed that. I don't know. I played with Graydon. I played with Eric. I think overall it's a kind of way they should do it. They should incorporate that co-op, because I don't know. I thought it was fun. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was a fun part.
It was fun, but it also wasn't the first Assassin's Creed with co-op. There's Black Flag had co-op.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in that manner where you did Assassin's missions through that. I know Black Flag had co-op, and it was actually really fun. Black Flag was fun with co-op, but I'd like to have that as a game mode almost. You can get with your friends and you do specific missions they've laid out for you.
I want to compare State of Decay 2-esque with its multiplayer almost.
You could, yeah. Honestly,
that's what I would envisioning.
The whole point, the thing that I liked about Origins is it obviously the name say it was the origin of the Assassin's Hood, the Creed entirely. So to build on that, I think a cool thing with the next game is how to go through the process of building them up to the massive scale organization they were in Assassin's Creed 1, right? They go from being literally a smaller group of 4 or 5 people, I think, by the end of the actual solo storyline, to being an organization that has a castle literally specifically dedicated to assassins and their training. So it'd be like I think it'd be kind of neat to have that and incorporating that that co-op Unity style to that. So it's like you're running the Assassin's Creed, that you're running the creed. You are the head of the creed. You still do your missions. You still follow the storyline, but have that ability to bring friends in to join you on that storyline, right? And I think that'd be kind of neat to see in the new one if they did release a new one.
I hope they do stick to bi-yearly though.
I as well. I think it's just better release schedule.
I mean, like, a year is not a long time to make a good game. Well, I mean, they work on it longer than that, but like...
But they're so inconsistent. Like, they need to learn from what they did. They went from, like, that gap between Black Flag and Origins was a great gap, and they brought out two very good... I guess Syndicate was in between there, so...
Yeah, Syndicate.
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Syndicate.
And Unity.
Unity was terrible. I like Syndicate.
Did Unity come out between...
Syndicate
it was Black Flag, Unity, Syndicate,
okay.
Origins.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I found those two weren't ideal, personally. I mean, Syndicate was better than Unity. Everyone in the world will agree Unity was probably the worst Assassin's Creed of the Assassin's Creed. I guess
Unity was hot garbage, but not worse than Assassin's Creed 3.
I'm gonna make some people mad here. I actually didn't mind Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Jared,
openly
no.
say that I didn't mind it.
I agree with you, Evan, but like, I think they're still pretty close in regards to comparison, just because of Unity's performance.
Yeah.
Other than that, Unity would have been above.
I would love to see whatever new take they have on the new game. I'd like to see them introduce new mechanics, like just like Black Flag did. Like Black Flag was such a fun game, and like by all regards, it's pretty much a pirate game for the most part. And I love Black Flag. It's my favorite Assassin's Creeds of them all, and I would like them to do something kind of different like that for their game, right? And especially with the bi-yearly release, if they release an Assassin's Creed game every year, you get tired of playing Assassin's Creed because it's just like it takes you a long time to get through it, and then sometimes you get bored of it just by doing that. And then, like, before you know it, you're like me, and you're 2 games behind, and now you're like, Jesus, I gotta play all this Assassin's Creed, and then you just don't want to play it anymore.
No, yeah, totally.
I feel that, yeah.
On that note, I mean, you're talking about the like for Black Flag, and this would be a great segue into this. Ubisoft has announced there's been talk about their game Skull and Bones, which is supposed to be a game that's based off the system in Black Flag's, like the pirate system. So whenever you're on the sea in Black Flag, that is what this system is supposed to kind of mimic.
Wow.
Build on it.
Yeah, and they're making it a strictly pirate game. It's supposed to have a single player campaign that you can follow, and then it's supposed to have multiplayer game modes. So it'll be interesting to see, especially with Sea of Thieves getting a fairly poor reception on its release. Like,
yeah,
I'd say that's very agreeable amongst everyone.
Very disappointing.
I mean, when you just have tentacles poking out of the water and no body underneath, it's very disappointing. But no, I have high hopes. Like you're talking about that, Evan. And I think this game might be a good one for people like that who really enjoyed Black Flag, because I don't think Ubisoft intended that to segue that way.
I don't think they did. They were kind of just like, oh yeah, we're on the sea. We'll have a functioning boat and stuff, but nothing beyond that.
Yeah, and I agree. I thought attacking the strongholds over the sea was really fun. It was challenging in the beginning. You started to learn some tactics to get around things, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed doing that. I don't know. The whole point of the Skull and Bones game is you're basically building. You're a pirate captain, from what I understand. You're building up your reputation to be a fearless pirate, feared by all. And I don't know. And you're supposed to be the same concept where you can bring friends in. You sail the seas. You come to your missions, things like that.
The same kind of engine? Is it, or I'm just in the same kind of like dude? Like, or am I just a regular bloke running around climbing a ladder, or kind of like Assassin's Creed, cut a rope and fly into the air?
From what I understand, you're using they're literally incorporating that system. So take that baseline system and improve it.
All right, I'm good with it.
From what I understand, though, they're taking away the assassin's side of it, where it's like you're fucking climbing up and jumping down and assassinating people. I believe they're trying to make it a fairly realistic pirate game, and I think they're going to do better. Honestly, personally, I think they're going to do better than Rare did, right?
Rare.
Than Rare did on Sea of Thieves. To me, and especially with Skull and Bones, I don't know if they released. Yeah, they said fall of 2018. So I mean,
it got delayed till
Oh, did it?
2019, early Q1 2019.
oh, okay. Well, even then, I mean, that's not very far away.
Yeah,
and
no.
you have Sea of Thieves trying to redeem itself with some updates coming out later.
Well,
but-
like I was reading about the updates. One thing really stood out to me is that it's introducing the first campaign character of the game. The game launched without any official campaign characters. There's no, just that statement was like, wow.
I feel like they're just trying now really hard to say something. They're really pushing the Sea of Thieves with like every bundle they have. But yeah, I don't know. I'm super
They
excited.
should have waited another 2 years.
I agree. I'm really excited for Skull and Bones. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be a new take on it, more realistic pirate game. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's based off the Assassin's engine. Like,
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the difference,
Yeah.
like where they'll find the fine line between badass killing everyone assassin and normal scrub pirate.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, that was my thinking. Like that's why I asked if you're like still able to do some climbing and shit, or if you're just some regular guy with
Yeah.
a peg leg.
So one of the other things I'm really excited for is that there was a leak, and Bethesda has kind of confirmed that this leak may or may not be, may or not be very accurate or not. Is Walmart? Yeah, they leaked the fact that there is a Splinter Cell game that is to be released.
Yes.
With that Splinter Cell game, I mean, I'm pretty excited. I was a big fan of Splinter Cell, Double Agent. We had Blacklist.
Blacklist,
There's a few good ones that I played. I didn't play all of them, but I know that Blacklist was one of the better ones. Double Agent was probably the most popular one because that was a co-op based Splinter Cell.
Oh, right.
And I think that's a great idea. That's an awesome idea. But no, I'm super excited for it. I really hope it's true. I don't really have anything that I want them to extra incorporate. The Splinter Cell series games are just really good in general. It's like they're not as free-willed as the Hitman games where it's like there's a like infinite amount of ways to
It's
do
almost
a
like
mission.
Sandbox.
Yeah.
Hitman. Yeah.
But it's got different ways you can go with the mission. It's not as diverse, but got different ways to go with the mission. It's stealth based. I don't know. I've been a big fan of the Splinter Cell series since I played it on PlayStation 2 and all those. And yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited for it. I hope the release is true. Ubisoft did say they're announcing a big title this year that hasn't been announced or released or even talked about really. So it'll be interesting to see which title that is. Like they've already announced that Skull and Bones is a thing, so it's not that one. They haven't announced Assassin's Creed, but I mean, based on their timeline, it's either coming out this year or next year, another Assassin's Creed, especially with how well Origins did. So, I don't know, this is a possibility to me. I think that's one of the bigger ones they could announce.
Well, especially with Sam Fisher being put into Ghost Recon Wildlands as well, with the original voice actor.
Yeah. No, 100%. I agree. That tells you they still have the contract with him. He's still good to go. So, I agree. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. A few other things, like one of the other big games I want to talk about before we get into some smaller stuff is Rainbow Six Siege. So right now they're still coming out with DLC. It's a very successful game. I'd say it's arguably one of the biggest esports games right now.
They're in like season 3-ish or something.
Yeah, and it's got such a huge following.
Yeah.
Like Rainbow Six Siege is everywhere. They're announcing it on Sports Center now and all that stuff. And I mean, like,
I remember not that long ago, some Sports Center guy was bitching about E3. Like this is. Or not E3, esports. Like this isn't sports. Why are we talking about that? Get it off. Let's go back to hockey.
It's
and
the way we're
was
going.
Never
it's
seen
like,
from again.
But yeah. So I'm curious. I don't know if they're going to announce the Rainbow Six Siege 2 or if they're going to keep going. The issue that I see with that is Rainbow Six Siege is still doing really well.
They still have
it's still
community,
hype is huge right now still, and they keep releasing great DLC. And by DLC I mean just new characters you can utilize. Yeah, I mean, I still play it occasionally. It's a fun game. It's a neat concept, the break and entry kind of, almost like a terrorist hunt, but you're drops of teams. Mm-hmm. It's unique. It's not something that's necessarily been done a lot, or at all. I don't know if there's any other game that I know of that's done that. So, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it. I hope they do announce something more for it and increase its popularity, because Rainbow Six is, again, another one that I always enjoyed. It's a fun series. It's a entertaining game. Very entertaining.
Yeah, I don't think they'll come up with a sequel. At least not quite yet.
No.
I think they'll just
right
continue.
off this popularity.
Well, because like they had the big Outbreak event recently now, and that was pretty successful.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then a few other things that we want to mention about this one is the Division 2 and the Crew 2, both confirmed to be in works, I believe.
Both have release dates.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know, for me, I just hope they go about it better. I played the Crew. I didn't play the Division, but I heard it had very bad reception from people. The people I talked to that did play it said that a lot of their complaints were just, it didn't incorporate the way they made it look at E3. They made it, they kind of disappointed. Like, they made it not the game. Like, the way they hyped it up, it should have been Game of the Year. And it didn't turn out that way. And I think it has great possibility. The idea is there. It's an excellent idea.
Well, like, I think for the most part it's fixed, like, slowly with updates and stuff. But, the core foundation is there now. So hopefully they can just do a good.
Yeah. And I'm curious, I just hope they do better on Crew 2. Because the Crew 1 was fun once you finally actually got into the game. It took so much time to link up with people in the game when we played it. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, and then you guys have one more quick thing you guys want to mention, don't you?
Yeah, we wanted to kind of briefly touch on Beyond Good and Evil 2. Peter and I both played that game. Peter played it a bit when it was on the Games of Gold. Myself, my mom has even played this game to completion, the first one. And so I love the first game. I don't know what your opinion of it, Peter, is, but I'm a little cautious of what this new game's looking like. It looks like it's going to be an anthology of like in the universe, because I mean at the end of the first game you have Paige standing at the top of the destroyed lighthouse, and he gets like the Dom Z spore growing on his neck, and then we got that brief trailer for the second game with Jaden Page. I don't even remember how long ago that was. That was like
it was E3
5 years ago.
What are you talking
about?
No,
No, this was a completely this was a trailer that came out years ago, and it showed them on the side of a road in a broken down car, and then nothing ever came of that. So now this new trailer is showing like a monkey robbing some people and just like flying away, and he's getting chased, and it seems like it's gonna be interesting. It's just I don't know. I'm interested to see how it connects to the original game. What do you think, Peter?
Well, like kind of like how like the the original Halo trilogy or the original Gears of War trilogy. Now they're rebooting them. And they're just trying to continue the stories, though. I honestly feel like the way Beyond Good and Evil appears to be doing it might be better just in terms of storytelling. They can more effectively do what they want and get the best product possible.
Yeah, they really set up a world in Beyond Good and Evil 1, like not just a world, an entire universe they kind of alluded to. And it seems like in this second game, like immediately you see a huge metropolis, and you're just like, you're instantly like, you already feel like this world is like crazy, and you're like, what the heck? It feels overwhelming almost.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
But yeah, no, so that's really all we got, you guys, for our Ubisoft stuff. Again, leave some comments, keep the discussion going. Tell us what you guys are interested in for Ubisoft. If you have any points that correct us, by all means correct us. But yeah, just keep the conversation rolling.
Yeah, and we'll be recording our reactions of when E3, the conference, actually happens, and it'll be uploaded the same day, so stay tuned for news on that.
Yeah, post E3 shows, so be excited. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Disconnected.
See ya.